Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. And we have our guest, John Steubens, with us again tonight, Ted. But my topic tonight is drugs. And I have a very simple question for you. What is worse, Ted, the Mexican drug cartels or the worldwide pharmaceutical industry, or are they really one and the same? What's your take?
Well, John Steubens is our guest here today, and I suspect that we all genuflect at the same altar of truth, logic, and common sense. And here's the truth, logic, and common sense on the drug scourge, this drug self-inflicted pandemic in America. All you users, shame on you. All you people who get high, you are killing Americans. I hope your comfortable, numb condition allows you to deny that you're paying the Mexican drug cartels and the Communist Chinese Party and Uncle Sam for opening our border to a known and intentional chemical warfare, killing more Americans than died in the Vietnam War. I'm a big fan of drugs. I remember back in 1972, I took a Tylenol. That's my use of drugs in America. There is no difference between the Communist Party creating poisonous fentanyl, the Mexican drug cartel bringing it in, and the U.S. government and the pharmaceutical industry and the FDA and the USDA and the EPA and the CDC. They are all violent gangsters killing America. I rest my case.
But John, before I come to you, I want to give a little stat here, Ted. I mean, we hear now about all the fentanyl coming across the southern border, made in China, distributed through the Mexican drug cartels. We've known for years about the cocaine and the marijuana and the heroin that's coming up through the southern border. But in one 12-month period, guys, between April of 2021 and April of 2022, over 81 million Americans died of opioid overdose, which was a manufactured problem from the pharmaceutical industry. 81 million. Yep. That's a big number. John, what's your take on the drug issue in the world, especially America?
I have a very unique take because I work with Tom Homan, President Trump's ICE director, and Jason Jones. He is the correspondent for Newsmax. They both come on my show, and Jason comes on at least twice a month, to report from the border, to give me updates for my audience. And I'll tell you, I had Jason on 2 weeks ago, and here's the new news. There's a new drug that's coming across the border called Trank. That's Trank, and it is a mix of fentanyl and I can't pronounce it, isoline or whatever it is. It's a big game tranquilizer used to kill rhinos, giraffes over in Africa. And it's a mix of these two drugs, and it's a cocktail for death. It's just horrible. And that is the new drug that's coming across the U.S. border as of just a couple weeks ago. So this is brand new, and Jason made sure that my audience had information on that. It's terrible. It's horrible.
Keith and John, let me put a swirl on the Dairy Queen of self-inflicted chemical warfare. Uncle Sam could stop this tonight.
Yes.
Sam refuses to stop this. We're talking about stupid people that still think comfortably numb is a victimless crime. You have the blood of millions of Americans on your hands because Big Pharma, some of the CEOs of Big Pharma just got bonuses even though their product has killed 80 plus million Americans because Big Pharma produces poison and Uncle Sam promotes it and looks the other way. I have stopped substance abuse and chemical warfare in my world. It doesn't exist. I stopped it back in the 70s by firing people that thought comfortably numb would somehow enhance the incredible rhythm and blues dream of the Amboy Dukes and the Ted Nugent Band. No drug-drooling punks are in my world. And all you drug-drooling punks out there, the reason you don't know you're a drug-drooling punk is because you take drugs. Comfortably numb is actually uncomfortably dumb. And Big Pharma, the FDA, the USDA, the CDC, and Uncle Sam are right there with their hands around your throat, strangling you, and all you want to do is give them a kiss. Have a nice day, assholes.
And tomorrow night, Ted, I want to talk more about the border and the type of people that are coming across the border. But before we leave tonight, Ted, last night we talked about transgenders and how our public school system and the government is pushing that with transgender story time at the library and at schools. And we see an increase in kids confused about their gender at a very young age. The proof is in the pudding. We see commercial after commercial on television for prescription drugs. We have the pharmaceutical industry pushing drugs for every ailment. And lo and behold, we have a huge increase in drug usage in America. I'm kind of a common sense guy, but I'm almost seeing a correlation there. Final word, Ted.
Well, sure, there is a correlation. Everybody knows that. And thank you, Keith, for doing the research. But, a lot of Americans have woke up, and not W-O-K-E, but awaken to the scourge that is implemented, orchestrated, engineered, and unleashed upon the American citizens. Uncle Sam is our enemy. Uncle Sam is looking the other way as Big Pharma poisons us. The FDA engineers the poisoning, and the USDA poisons our food. So here it is in a nutshell. Maybe we should have a new bureaucracy that dealt with drugs. Maybe they should be an enforcement agency. Oh, wait a minute. There is a drug enforcement agency, and they're the bad guys.
Right.
They're letting this happen. Case closed. Any of you DEA tough guys want to debate Ted Nugent? Bring it on.
Well, tomorrow I want to talk about the border with you two guys. I know, John, you're up to date on everything down there. Ted, of course, is as well. I'm kind of fearful on one topic dealing with the border, and I want to get into that tomorrow night right here on the Nightly Nuge.
Say hallelujah like you mean it.